Brendan, there's a few programs across the country, a handful of programs that intrigue me for various reasons. UCLA would be one for a particular reason, whether it be they underachieve, they overachieve, whatever it is. Missouri is in that basket for me. Now moving from the Big 12 to the SEC, and I go back to that narrative because they were the program very successful in the Big 12. I had my doubts about coming to the SEC, and no, I didn't think they were going to win 2 and 3 games a year, but I thought they would struggle to win championships, and Gary Pinkel proved me wrong very quickly with back-to-back Eastern Division championships. But it's been all or nothing kind of a scenario, at least for those several seasons. Barry Odom takes over. It looks like, wow, this team's going to be down for a while. You get to postseason play with 7 wins last year. You have to be happy with that. I would think. Just your thoughts about the way Odom has handled this program and what the expectations are going forward.
Yeah, I think the thing that a lot of SEC fans probably didn't realize about Missouri or didn't know where to put Missouri. Are they in a Vanderbilt basket, or they're certainly not in an Alabama basket? Where do they fit in? And the thing about Missouri is them having this sort of roller coaster, really good year, really bad year. That is sort of what we do. And a lot of it probably comes down to that recruiting aspect. We go through years where we got to just reload. And we're not Georgia. We're not Alabama. We don't reload every year. And so they do a good job of recruiting around the team and what the team needs. And when that all gels and comes together, we can put together a 10-win season or a 12-win season, as we saw a couple of years ago. But when those guys graduate, those key components of that team go away, we can fall off the map and fall off the map hard. And that did happen in the Big 12 just as much as it did in the SEC. I think what you see with Barry Odom now is that he's doing a good job with sort of that dynamic. But the problem with, I wouldn't say a problem, but the thing about Barry Odom compared to Gary Pinkel, who got Tiger fans kind of spoiled, is Barry Odom's never been a head coach before. He's learning on the job, So when he was recruiting his first class at Missouri, he was recruiting his first class anywhere. When he was picking assistant coaches, he was first picking his assistant coaches for the first time ever. So every time he's done something here in Missouri, it's the first time he's ever done it as a head coach. And I think that did show the first couple of seasons. And specifically with the defense, he's a defensive mind and widely regarded as a good defensive coach. But Missouri's defenses were terrible first 2.5 years in this conference or under his administration. But he did some things to the defense that he hadn't done as a defensive coach, and it didn't play out well. And I think he's really learning where to, delegate and where to take the reins himself. And I think that has had as much an impact as anything. And of course, you can't talk about Missouri's turnaround this year without talking about how they had a soft second half of their season, and they got more favorable matchups. And when you're not playing Georgia you're playing Georgia in the first half, and you're playing Vanderbilt in the second half. That makes a difference. So he got the benefit of that this year, and I think it hopefully keeping guys like Drew Lock, keeping guys like Terry Beckner Jr., who are going to be NFL draft picks next year, and both of them deciding to come for their senior year, that should have an impact in keeping the momentum going forward in 2018.